Everyone, Sush here, and I'm here with my Skystriker deck profile. So this is pretty much complete. This is just one version. I would do another version, but I don't really have the more expensive cards, and I'll explain all that later. So if you enjoy, hit the like button, supports the channel. If you're new, subscribe for my wacky upload schedule, and let's go ahead and jump right into the deck profile. So first things first, we're running 3 copies of Ray. Engage is at 0, and if it comes back to 1, that'll be great, but right now, it's at 0, so Ray is probably the best card in the deck, other than maybe like Widowmaker or 0. 2 copies of Rose. I see some people running 3. It's stupid. Don't run 3. It's one of those cards where it's like, it comes out and it looks really good, but the more you play, you realize, this card isn't as good as you thought. Because it's like Bingo Machine Go. When it first came out, everyone's like, it's a 3 of. But the more you realize that 3 is a brick, you want to run 2 because that's consistency. That's it for the Skystriker monsters. We're then running 3 copies of Effect Veiler because I'm too broke for impermanence, and 2 copies of Ash Blossom because, well, if we're not running impermanence, we might as well continue with the hand traps. So that's it for monsters. 10 monsters total. Let's go ahead and move on to spells. For spells, I'm running 3 copies of Area 0. People have moved away from 3 and gone down to 2, but it's like, if you ran 3 while you ran 3 Engage, why would you run 2 now? Like, it just doesn't make that much sense. You want to optimize on Area 0 because it's pretty much the new search card of the deck. Next off, we're running 2 copies of Anchor. It's at 2, so you might as well run 2. It's fairly easy to get into because you can Hayate, Kagari, pseudo-engage, something like that. 2 copies of Shark Cannon, great for disrupting, great for taking monsters from your opponent's graveyard. It's really easy to make cards like Boral Sword or Nightmare Unicorn in a deck that doesn't really special summon that much. So, moving on to more 2-ofs. Now that Engage is at 0, 2 copies of Afterburners and 2 copies of Eagle Booster. Eagle Booster is actually better than you think because it protects your Kagari from being impermanent. It protects your Shizuku from being Veilered or Ashed. Protects your Utopia Double from being Ashed, from searching your Double or Nothing. That's it for the 2-ofs. Down to the 1-ofs. 1 copy of Multi-Roll, 1 copy of Drones, 1 Jamming Waves, 1 Scissors Cross, and 1 copy of Hercules Base. So people have moved away from running Hercules Base and instead are just running 3 Avarice. I'm still running the 3 Avarice, but Hercules Base can help you reshuffle spells, and also the fact that it's not once per turn is that you can set, pop, shuffle 3 in, summon Kagari, get it back, Area 0, pop it, and you shuffle back 6 cards. So it just helps with your card economy. Multi-roll, it just sets all your cards face down again, infinite resources. Scissors Cross is actually much better than you think because it helps you get Ray back, and it also helps you get another monster in the field, so maybe you go Utopia Double. Hornet Drones, just in case you don't have a monster, it's another one. And Jamming Waves to get rid of any problematic back row that you might suspect, and also gets rid of face down cards because Afterburners can't target face up. Can't target face down. It only targets face up monsters. Jamming Waves just targets a monster. That's it for the Skystrikers. Moving on to just general spells. 3 copies of Pot of Avarice. It's literally just Pot of Greed, because you're not really going to be shuffling back monsters from your graveyard into the deck, except for maybe a couple of hand traps. You're going to be shuffling back in your links. So pretty much if you're shuffling 5 links into your extra deck, you're drawing 2 cards for free. So it's just such a great card. 2 copies of Mystic Mind. This card should be banned. I don't know why it's not banned, but I mean, you might as well. It's a going second deck, or if you go first, you need to have some sort of lock to stop your opponent and get into the cards that you need. We're running 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods and 1 copy of Metaphors Fusion. Some people have moved away from this, but then you realize you still need cards in spells in your graveyard. Sorry for the extra noises. It's a noisy place. You still need 3 spells engraved to resolve most of your effects. So this just sends, and it's also a draw 1. Then your standard 1 Rhoda, 1 Upstart, 1 Terraforming, just all your 1-ofs to help you get in. Sorry about that awkward cut. We had to stop for something. Anyways, let's move on. 1 copy of Double or Nothing because you're running Utopia Double. Just helps OTK if you don't want to go through a problematic board. That's it for spells, and then traps. 3 copies of There Can Be Only One. This is the best deck to run There Can Be Only One other than True Draco. This is the second best deck to run it, and if you're going first, you can stop so many plays with it. Obviously, Lightning Storm hinders the deck so much. I'm not running any copies of Solemn Judgment. I just don't have any. I also couldn't fit them in. But, hey, you might as well. Earlier in the video, you might have remembered I said I would much rather have done a more expensive version of the deck, and in order for that, I would probably take out what are we talking about? Take out one Avarice, take out all your hand traps, and then you'd be running a 42 card deck where you'd be running 2 copies of Dark Luna More, 2 copies of Evenly Matched, 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence, and then you'd be running 1 copy of Card of Demise, because then you're only running 5 monsters other than 10. Okay, that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. 3 copies of Kagari. They gave us 3 Kagari. We're going to use 3 Kagari. Recycle cards as often as possible, and just gain more attack for every spell in your grave. 3 copies of Shizuku to get you more resources during your end of the turn and during your opponent's turn. Also helps decrease the opponent's attack points.
So no ultis?
Dude, we're broke around here. Why do you think none of our deck profiles have Appaloosa?
Yeah.
The only expensive cards we have is when we got them for $13, $20. 3 copies of Hayate. This card plus Kagari is Engage. You send one to grave, and you add it to your hand. It also helps attack directly, so I don't know if they have a couple life points left. Just get rid of them. 1 copy of Kaina and 1 copy of Zeke. I would much rather run 2. So 2 of each is great. All these are great cards, so the only thing that I'll probably do is cut Utopia Double and Utopia for a second one and then take out the Double or Nothing. But hey, OTKs are nice because it's just so easy to get 2 level 4s on the field and attack for game. So anyways, protect your opponent from attacking and, I don't know, gain that last 100 life points at the end of the duel to win, and get rid of any opponent's problematic monsters, and also send your own cards to grave if you need to. Moving on to just more generic links. 1 Unicorn and 1 Boral Sword. Just attack for game, or get rid of problematic monsters, get rid of problematic cards. Obviously for Xyz, 1 copy of Utopia Double and 1 copy of Utopia. Just push for game, and then 1 copy of the Skyshark Race token, because token. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. If you watched the end, subscribe for more, like the video if you enjoyed it. I'll have any links in the description, like my Instagram, maybe some other friends. And thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you whenever I upload next time, because I never know when I do.